Hi, guys. So here we are. It's going to be Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope we all powered through our Monday and made the best of it. So now we're going to talk about something a little bit along the same lines. Like I said, we make the best of everything. Um, but what happens when we get to the point where we can't just make the best, or, our internal clocks or whatever, our minds not going right? Everything just seems to be off kiltered. Um, what about when you just need that getaway, that moment, that no? I call them mental health breaks too, where you just kind of allow yourself to reset. You just put yourself first, and you relax, you meditate, you go on a vacation, you take a technology free weekend, you go on a trip with your girlfriend, you go to the lake, you do whatever. You just reset. You go, you do completely nothing but what's resetting to you, like whatever makes you happy. Just take the moment and reset. Because guys, that reset process is hard. It's hard for us to sometimes know, hey, I need to reset right now. I need to really just take a break and get my stuff together and then come back at this and, refocus. It's hard to get in that mental state of allowing ourselves to do that, because sometimes, guys, that's hard. Like, it's hard for me to tell myself, okay, you need to, at the end of the day, close your eyes, get some sleep, and just wake up tomorrow and refocus. Now, to do it in an instant at work, not a problem. It's kind of like I'm programmed to do that when I'm at work. But as far as letting, all that little stuff build up, there's times I need to just reset and refocus. Um, we do it at work. We do it in relationships. We do it with people, that we hang out with all the time. In multiple situations, we have to kind of just refocus and reset. And you guys, that is so healthy for your body. Like, a while back, in March, we went to Vegas, and that was probably one of the most ridiculously fun trips of my life. Now, I didn't reset. I feel like we ran every day, but it was a different kind of run. Like, it was fulfilling. My heart needed it. My body needed it. My mind needed it. I came back from that trip and I was just roaring and ready to go. And I just needed it. Like, I just needed that whole reset, that pause, the get away from work, the get away from stress or whatever. At the time, I wasn't working, but I'm just saying for most people. Um, I at that time I took a refocus on how I was going to deal with the whole COVID-19 stuff and going back to work and all the things. Like, it was a reset for me. And I kind of was able to take that time to refocus on what my goals were and what I wanted in life and what I wanted to do with my career, my testing, just everything. Because if you think that every day I wake up and say, man, I'm glad I'm a therapist, no, it doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't. Because there's parts of my title that's very, very hard. Even though I'm a candidate and I'm not fully licensed, I do stuff just like the big kids do every day. I do everything that the LPC does without having the LPC there. I have to add an extra acronym at the end of my name for now. So it's still exhausting mentally. Um, and it carries over into so much. Like, one of my hardest struggles in life is, when I took in my kiddo and things, I pampered her and babied her and just wanted to make sure she had nothing wrong in the world. And it was just such a, I hate to say this, but negative, impactful choice for her and me, because when it came time for her to do life on her own and life at all, it's been a challenge. Like, it's been a challenge. So what I had to do is I had to refocus and reset and think about what I truly wanted for her. And some of the hardest things that I've had to do was tell her no. To be like, no. Not that I'm not trying to keep encouraging her, but there's some things that I needed to change that I have worked on, because I had to refocus what I wanted for her. That relationship. It's something that sounds crazy, but uh, just giving kids everything is not truly the answer. Now, I didn't give her physical stuff, but I gave her, like, I was her everything, like it was me. And I was okay. I'm okay with that. It's not that I'm not okay with that, but I need her to want it for her, and if she can't make herself want it, then I can't make her want it. And I had to learn that. So it's one of those things where I had to reset and refocus and think about what I wanted for that relationship. So it's not just, taking a break from work. It's not just taking a break from your kids or your relationship. It's actually taking that time to reset, wipe the slate clean, and rethink about what you're going to do. Refocus on what you want, what you need in life, what's going to fill your heart, what's going to fill your soul, what's going to help you. And in the meantime, when you're doing that, you're going to find out that what's helping you will eventually help others. Like, I can't say that me resetting and refocusing has helped her immediately, but with time, I think it's helped her stay focused or refocus on what she needs to do, because now she can see that, you know, she's got to do it. Like, I can't do everything for her. I can want it for her, but I cannot do it for her. So there's some things that she has to do. And I think that gives her, something to look forward to and something to be happy about. And I think it's healthy, not only that I refocus, but that me doing that allowed her, to maybe refocus and see what she needs to do in her life. Um, Codependency, we talked about that. Oftentimes when we're codependent and we have those issues about, just feeling the need to have somebody need us or to need them or covering up for them or whatever it is, it becomes a vicious cycle in our brain and our thought process, and we don't even recognize it. So sometimes drawing away from that, if we can totally detach and just reset, it allows us to refocus on the true thing that's important, which is ourself. Because guess what, guys? Nobody's going to take care of yourself like you're going to take care of yourself. So when I tell you self care is important, it's because it is. Because you are important. You are needed and wanted, but you cannot help fully and mentally at a capacity which is helpful or beneficial to others unless you are reset and refocused yourself. And once you can refocus yourself, you're going to actually help others in more ways than you can even believe. Beautiful things will happen, and life will become all that you want it to be, and you'll feel less stress, you'll feel less anxiety, and it's just such a more healthy feeling, and it's a good feeling. So take time to reset, take time to refocus. Step away from work for a weekend or a week or 2 weeks if you can. Step away from relationships that are hurting you or harming you or making you bad, and reset and refocus on what you need. Just take a moment to reset yourself. Don't let yourself get lost in it and continue going when you know in the back of your mind that something's off. Um, I had, goodness, it took an army of people to support me in resetting so that I could myself reset for my kiddo. Like, I told myself it wasn't good. Like, I knew it wasn't good. But lo and behold, I could not do it for the life of me. So I found some of the best support team. And, it was probably some of the best information and advice that I had ever gotten. And I was able to reset and refocus. And it's been amazing. So yeah, take that break, refocus, reset yourself, let yourself take care of you. Okay, guys? Alrighty, come back tomorrow and we'll have some great information and more, good novel stuff. Thanks, guys.